Thursday night on The Edge, a bright young life cut short. An Oakland County family is now praying for justice after the murder of their son.
Yeah, the 20-year-old MSU student was murdered a week ago, and there's still no charges in this case. Fox News' Camila Mary has more from a vigil held tonight at his alma mater, Walled Lake Western.
You never said I'm leaving. You never said goodbye. You were gone before I knew it, and only God knew why.
Thursday night, they gathered in grief outside his former high school, Walled Lake Western.
I remember him always saying he thought there was more to life than what we know right now, and I'm so saddened to know that he's gone before we even got the chance to find out.
Weta Okabare, just 20 years old, murdered late last week inside this house in Howell.
This promising young man was shot 6 times, not even once, 6 times.
Targeted, but why?
Weta is one of the kids any parents will be proud to have.
Certainly not someone who had enemies, according to friends and family.
He was just such a funny guy, and we all loved him. Just so great.
With a suspect in police custody, but not yet formally charged, Weta's father and the family attorney say the crime may have stemmed from a love triangle gone wrong.
My role is to make sure that, all of the steps are followed, that there is justice.
We pray tonight in the name of Jesus.
If tears could build a stairway and memories a lane, I'd walk right up to heaven and bring you home again.
A high school athlete, someone his friends respected and looked up to.
He was a very smart kid. Especially being a point guard, he was the one who always led us.
You were more than just a friend, more than just a teammate, more than just a classmate, more than just a roommate. You were and always will be my brother.
In Walled Lake, Camila Mary on The Edge.
The convicted Oxford school shooter returns to court tomorrow. It's all part of a Miller hearing, which will determine whether the shooter is sentenced to life without parole. Expected on the stand tomorrow, a psychologist who concluded the shooter is not mentally ill. 4 students were killed in the 2021 shooting. 6 others and a teacher were hurt.
He was the most wanted man in Metro Detroit in July, wanted for a random assault outside a Troy Target store and then killing a woman in Detroit. Now, Andrew Hall has waived his right to a preliminary exam for the death of 40-year-old Lisa Moffitt. That means the 31-year-old will head straight to trial, a rare move for a defendant. Hall is accused of paying Moffitt for a sex act and then stabbing her to death in a Detroit alley. He's also facing charges in Oakland County for the attack on a woman in a Target parking lot.
We're getting our first look tonight at the man accused of shooting another man in the parking lot of a Planet Fitness in Ann Arbor. Orlando Austin was arraigned today on assault with intent to murder charges. We're told the 33-year-old from Northville got into a fight with a 36-year-old Livingston County man on Tuesday and shot him in the leg. The victim survived. We're told the two did not know each other before the violent encounter happened. Austin was given a $500,000 cash bond with no 10%.
It's already an unusual day when a police chief is sentenced for a crime, but this day took several twists and turns for the leader of the Richmond PD.
We're talking about Thomas Costello. He was sent to jail, but as Fox News' Dave Canton tells us tonight, he's already free despite his 5-day sentence.
The officers who patrol Richmond in these police cars have their boss back after Chief Thomas Costello himself was thrown in jail. It's all connected to his alleged intentional use of a state computer network for police officers to get non-public information on someone without probable cause.
He'll never get those hours back. That day is gone for him forever, regardless of what the court said, regardless of the fact that it was vacated and he's home now. He will never get that time back.
We spoke by phone with the chief's attorney, Arthur Weiss, who said the judge in the case suddenly went against an agreement they previously set up.
We had an agreement between the prosecutor's office, the court, and the defense. We put a plea on the record, a no contest plea. He's a chief of police. He's been a law enforcement officer for his entire adult career. To enter into an agreement with a judge and a prosecutor and have the judge pull that agreement out from under him is a travesty. It's not the way the system's supposed to work.
It's not exactly clear why the chief ended up spending a few hours in jail despite the deal. Prosecutors say Chief Costello was charged with and pleaded to a 93-day misdemeanor after allegedly improperly using the Law Enforcement Information Network in June of last year to get private information. Judge William Howell reportedly said prosecutors and the chief did not take the issue seriously and was unhappy the chief did not apologize for his alleged actions. The judge then took himself off the case.
We spent the better part of the day trying to get the judge to entertain an emergency motion to set aside the plea. Finally, around 3-4 o'clock, we had a hearing on my motion. The court granted the motion, vacated the 5 days, ordered my client immediately released.
We did get a statement from the Macomb County Prosecutor's Office tonight. They tell us that a person does have the right to withdraw their plea if the judge does not follow the sentencing agreement or tries to add more terms to it. In Richmond, Dave Canton on The Edge.
We have less than a month until UAW contracts expire.
And now Ford is planning for a worst-case scenario to keep things rolling. Ford says in the event of a strike, it would dispatch salaried, white-collar workers to warehouses around the country to ensure auto parts still get shipped to dealerships and customers. Current union contracts expire on September 14th. In a statement, Ford says, quote, "We have a responsibility to our customers and dealers to ship the parts that keep Ford vehicles on the road, especially to keep first responders and other essential services running," end quote. They go on to say, though, safety and customer service are top priorities.
Well, this afternoon and evening was a bit of a washout, but we promise you, it will be all worth it when you see the forecast coming up in a few seconds.
Yeah, we're not the meteorologists, so we're going to head right to Rich Luderman. He's going to tell us the sun's on the way.
Rich promises, not me.
The sun is on the way. There you go. Starting tomorrow, we have a long, dry stretch for the weekend and beyond. Now, today, we saw a cold front approach the region. It was nice this morning, and then the clouds rolled in, and then the showers and the storms. Thankfully, we did not see severe weather. You can see all the active weather now out around Toronto and Buffalo, pushing into western Pennsylvania as well. For us, just one or two isolated showers left over. They're going to be fizzling out. It's a cooler pattern. Always get a kick out of looking in on New York City. Late this Thursday evening, look at all the cars and the bicycles and always busy in the Big Apple. Live pictures, that's right near Times Square. Let's talk about high temperatures for us today. 76, 80 in Chicago, noticeably cooler up in the UP. Tomorrow is going to be a cooler day for us with highs in the middle 70s. There are the numbers today. Notice the rainfall total, just about a half an inch. How about the records on the high side? 100 degrees. Not this year. That was back in 1988. On the low side, 46, 1981. Take a look at these numbers. Most of us in the mid-range of the 60s right now with that breeze from the north and west. Temperatures will be tumbling into the 50s for a lot of us. Right now, 55 in Cadillac, 54 in Marquette. Rather cool around Chicago at 67 degrees, but high pressure builds in tomorrow, and that means even with the breeze, sun and clouds, it's going to be very comfortable around here. Now, once the high builds to the east, on the backside, we're going to get warmer starting Sunday. We have a shot at 90 degrees for the second half of the weekend. For the rest of tonight, clouds will start to thin out. It's going to be cooler. Any stray showers ending down to 56. Tomorrow's a good-looking Friday. It's not going to be a warm day, but it's going to be very pleasant with a nice, comfortable breeze, 75. And then take a look at this winner of a 7-day forecast. 80, 88 for Saturday and Sunday, Dream Cruise weekend, even into next week. Very nice and warm with plenty of sunshine. Remember, always get that latest forecast. Check the numbers. Check the radar. It's on the Fox 2 Weather app. You can download it for free anytime, including right now in the App Store or in Google Play.
These vehicles are being stolen, and these folks do not stop.
A major bust for Canton police breaking up a car theft ring. 7 people are now charged in connection with the theft of 16 Ford Bronco Raptors with a total retail value of over $1.7 million. The SUVs were stolen from a Ford factory that was in Canton, as well as locations in Dearborn and Woodhaven. 10 of the Raptors have been recovered, one as far away as Alaska.
We woke up to the sound of the car coming through the fence. And we looked over there, and there's a car in my vegetable garden.
Speaking of stolen vehicles, check out what happened in Detroit's Indian Village this morning. Someone managed to steal a new Jeep from the counter plant, but they lost control during their getaway. The driver smashed through that fence on Kercheval, destroying a man's garden, including dozens of hostas that were 40 years old. The suspect is still on the run.
We left the gas station, and then all of a sudden, we just hear boom.
Ouch. Surveillance video capturing the moment a green BMW spins out of control and crashes into a Dearborn pharmacy. The crash happened around 10:30 last night on Schaefer, causing some pretty major damage to Schaefer Drugs, as well as that sports car. Witnesses ran to help the driver. They tell us he was in shock. We're now waiting for more information from Dearborn Police.